Hi, welcome to Crash Course. Today we're going to be discussing terms, monomials, and polynomials. So what is a term? A term is any constant or number, any variable, or any product of a number and a variable. So this actually represents 3 times x, and it represents one term. A term can be as small as the number 3 or the variable x, or it can be as big as 3xyz squared. Another phrase you need to become familiar with is like terms. Like terms are any term that have the same variable to the same power. So 3x and 2x are like terms because they have the same variable and they are both to the first power. However, if you had 2x squared, these would not be like terms because even though they are the same variable, they have different powers. Now, what can you do with like terms? Like terms can be combined by addition or subtraction. So 3x plus 2x is 5x, and it can be simplified to that. However, 3x plus 2x squared cannot be added together because they have different exponents despite the same variables. So in that case, you would leave it just like this. Now, since these two terms are different and can't be combined, they are going to stay that way as two separate terms. This is known as a polynomial. Notice how it has the root poly, which refers to more than one. Anytime you have two unlike terms separated by an addition or a subtraction sign, it's going to stay that way and is referred to as a polynomial. You're also going to hear polynomials referred to as different names. There are binomials with the root bi, meaning two terms. A trinomial with the root of tri, which is 3 terms. And to give you an example of each, a binomial would have two terms, something like 2x plus 7, and then a trinomial would have something like x squared plus x plus 6. And you notice how these are all unlike terms, so they cannot be combined any further, which is what makes them a polynomial. So to review what we just learned, a monomial in a term is either a constant, a variable, or the product of both. A binomial is two unlike terms. A trinomial is 3 unlike terms. And a polynomial just represents any group of terms more than one. And there you have it. Terms, monomials, and polynomials. Now that we know the meanings of these, we can work on actual usage. Now we know that a monomial times a monomial is still going to be one monomial, such as 3 times x is still going to be 3x, one term, since it's the product. But when you multiply a monomial times a polynomial, it becomes a little different. The first step you're going to do is you're going to take your monomial and you're going to distribute it using the distributive property to each term in your polynomial. So x times 3x plus x times 6. Now what I like to do is I like to keep it in parentheses to keep it more organized. Then you're going to move on to your second step, which is multiplication, and you're going to multiply what's in your parentheses. So x times 3x is 3x squared. Bring down your addition sign. And x times 6 is 6x. And that would be your final answer, 3x squared plus 6x.